My name is Tony Casamento. I'm a teacher at the Phoenix Academy in Mansfield, Texas. It's an innovative alternate school. And today we're going to do our first of a series of videos on little interesting things about math and mathematicians. So today's video is called Math, Mayhem, and Murder. And I'll get into why we call it that in a moment, okay, or by the end of the video. Now, I want to talk about Pythagoras. Many of you have heard of Pythagoras or know Pythagoras from the Pythagorean theorem, which you probably learned in school, okay? But I'm not going to get too much into the Pythagorean theorem. I want to talk more about Pythagoras and the man and his group, okay? Pythagoras actually established the school in 530 BC, and it was a school of mathematicians. But besides just being a school of math, it was really more like a cult. They believed in communal living. They were vegetarians, and they lived by a set of rules. And I'm going to give you some of these rules. For example, one of them was a man should never marry a woman who wears gold jewelry. Another one, a man should never pass an ass on the street. And I want to make it clear by ass, I'm referring to an animal. Okay? And my personal favorite, you should never urinate towards the sun. Now, I promise you, I'm not making this up. These were the things that the Pythagoreans believed in. Okay? But they were primarily a school of mathematicians, and they accomplished a lot of things in mathematics. They proved a lot of things and came up with a lot of concepts. Okay? Now, one thing about them is they believe very strongly in the divinity of numbers. And as a matter of fact, they believe in the divinity of natural numbers, okay, which we call positive integers, natural numbers. Whole numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 102, 103. And they believed that every number could be expressed as a ratio of natural numbers or as a fraction. For example, 3 over 5, 117 over 9. That's what they believed. Now, we know today that not every number can be expressed that way. One of the most famous numbers that we know of is pi. Pi is known as an irrational number, and what that means is you cannot express it as the ratio of two whole numbers. Okay? So we know that today, but this was not part of the Pythagorean school of thought. Now, I want to show you something. He had a student in that school. His name is Hippasus, Hippasus. And I want to show you a very basic triangle, a right triangle. It's a right triangle. Both legs have a length of 1. Now, with a little bit of math, a little bit of Pythagorean theorem, we know that the hypotenuse is equal to the square root of 2. Now, Hippasus decided he wanted to try to find out what exactly is the ratio of numbers that would produce the square root of 2. And he set out to do that. Unfortunately, what happened was, but I say unfortunately, what he found out was you cannot express the square root of 2 as the ratio of two numbers. He found out it was impossible. So he kind of stumbled upon the concept of irrational numbers. Now, you would think that in the school of mathematicians, with this great discovery, he would be heralded and he would be congratulated for this tremendous discovery that he had made. But the Pythagoreans were really sensitive about their beliefs and this whole belief in the divinity of natural numbers. So he was treated as an outcast. Now here's the thing. I don't have any hard evidence, but we do know that Hippasus drowned shortly after this revelation. And there's a common school of thought that it was not an accident, that he was drowned because of what he proved, that there was no fractional representation of the square root of 2. So that's why I call this video Math, Mayhem, and Murder. So I welcome you to come back and watch some of our other videos. I hope you found this interesting.